Hi everyone, today is April 2nd. It's the second day of Veda, vlog every day in April. I had planned on doing something else for this video today, but then last night things changed. So obviously by the title of this you'll know that I was in the hospital last night. So what happened was, because it was April Fool's, I had decided to play a little prank on my husband. I have never liked April Fool's. I kind of thought it was a little silly. So I've never done anything for it, besides when I was like a teenager. But I decided, I was bored yesterday, so I got a toilet paper roll and got it wet and decided to make it look like a piece of poop. And I stuck it in the bathtub so that when my husband got home he'd see that when he was going to take a shower. Anyway, so he didn't really fall for it. He thought it was funny, but he didn't really fall for it. But my daughter had earlier. She told me there was poop in the bathtub. So what I did was, we were getting ready to head to the store to pick up groceries for the week. And that's when I remembered that, maybe my daughter had said something about the poop, and my husband had taken it out of the shower already. So I was running to the bedroom to try to get there before my daughter did, to kind of fool her, you know, make her think I was holding it. And anyway, for both of my kids, kind of another little prank. And on my way, I was passing by the bed where there were pillows on the floor, and I stepped on a pillow, and of course it was a fluffy one, so it was slippery on the inside of the pillow, which made me slip, fall, and land on my stomach. So I had squished my stomach between the ground and me, and also my legs, so it was like kind of squished in between the three, or yeah, between me, obviously, the ground, and my leg. So after that I thought, you know, I've heard so many times that there's so much cushioning in there, it really would take a lot to hurt the baby on the inside. The mom would have to have significant injuries herself for the baby to be injured. So I didn't think much of it. But then my stomach started to hurt. It took me a little bit to get up off the ground because it hurt really bad when I had fallen. And then we left to go to the store, and I just started feeling worse. So I decided to write on Facebook and ask people what they thought. I didn't give details, just that I fell, and I don't know when you're supposed to call the doctor if you are, and all that. And everybody's like, go to the hospital, go to the ER. And a lot of people even said, you know, call the doctor just to be safe, just for peace of mind. And so we rushed to the store, and we didn't have a lot to get because we've got a lot of the kind of staples, but not some of the things we need for this week for dinner. Anyway, so it was a quick trip, and I started feeling more crampy, just started feeling real cruddy. So when I got home, I decided to call my doctor's office, and I asked if there was a nurse I could talk to, because I don't want to bug my doctor, because they've done that before. They've called my doctor and had me talk to him over something when I was pregnant with my daughter, and I didn't think it was necessary. Anyway, so they gave me a number for a nurse's line, and after speaking with her, she told me that it's good that I wasn't bleeding, and I hadn't noticed leakage or anything, but that because I did fall on my stomach, and because I am 33 weeks, that I need to go to triage. So I literally, she said to be checked. So I literally expected to go to the ER have whatever doctor was working in the ER check my cervix or something, maybe do an ultrasound just to make sure that the baby's okay, you know, hook up, whatever. But as soon as I go in there, they send me up to the maternity floor. So, which I should have expected. I should have known. Even my husband said this morning when he woke up, he said, you should, you know, anytime you've got a baby in your stomach and something happens, you're going to be sent up to maternity. I just didn't think about it. So I brought myself water and I didn't expect to be there long. I expected to be checked and sent home. But they sent me up to the maternity floor, got me all hooked up. I actually had to share a room with someone else, which kind of was a bummer, especially because she had her husband there with her, and they were there beforehand, and I don't know, like there's one TV for the room, and it was faced toward her, because her and I were like this, our beds were like this, and then there was a curtain in between, and there was a TV here, and it was like, and I'm over here, and I don't know. And they weren't even watching. I mean, she was having contractions, and he was talking on the phone. I'm just like, you know, I have nobody here because my husband's with the kids, and I'm just bored. I'm killing the battery on my phone, and anyway, whatever. So they tell me it's going to be at least 4 hours that I have to be there, because they want to monitor, because what they were worried about was the placenta detaching or the water rupturing. So I just sat there for 4 hours anyway. But while I was there, I started having contractions. They started as Braxton Hicks, very tightening but not painful. And she said, "Oh, you're having contractions." I said, "Yeah, they're just Braxton Hicks, you know." She's like, "Okay." And then every time they'd get worse and closer together, to the point where, I don't know, I was in pain, but I've been having contractions on and off through this pregnancy anyway. So, yeah, my doctor said that if my contractions, he was the doctor on call, so he said if my contractions increased, then he wants to keep me longer than the 4 hours. But then the 4 hours came, and I said, you know, I've had these contractions. This is my third baby. I've had these contractions a lot, and I can get rid of them. I take a bath. I sleep it off a lot of the time. So, I mean, that was all that was left. I had stayed the 4 hours to make sure the baby was okay. That was all I needed for the baby. And so she said, okay, so if you feel comfortable going home, then I'll let you go home, but you need to come back if this or this or this or that. So, and she said, definitely if I can't sleep through the contractions, that I need to come back. So she let me leave, thank goodness, around midnight. She let me leave to go home and try to sleep it off and take a bath and whatever. So that's what I did. Here's I'm playing with my bracelet. Oh, I guess I probably shouldn't show that. I don't think you could see anything. Anyway, yeah, I've got my bracelet here from last night and my paperwork, which it says, if you have 6 or more regular strong contractions in an hour and resting in bed and increasing your fluid intake does not help relieve the contractions. I should go back. Which actually my doctor, this is like the standard, but my doctor actually told me 4 or more an hour because of the way my contractions have been. If your bag of water ruptures or you are leaking large amounts of fluid from your vagina, if the baby is not moving as much as he or she normally does, if you have any bleeding, some spotting, or dark brown mucus discharge is normal after a vaginal exam or sexual intercourse. I think that was probably oh, I read it wrong, I think. Okay, sorry, I thought maybe it was like a really long, weird sentence. It says, if you have any bleeding, some spotting or dark brown mucus discharge is normal after vaginal exam or after sexual intercourse. If you have a temperature of 100.4 or greater for more than one reading. Keep your next clinic appointment on April 4th because I have one on Thursday. Anyway, yeah, and I didn't get a vaginal exam. They told me I was going to. So I had to get undressed like I was. And I actually have not had one at all this pregnancy. Besides, you know, in the beginning, but that was like a pap smear or whatever. But yeah, I find that weird. I think I've talked about that before, how I find that weird. But, yeah, they didn't give me an exam. And I wonder if that was by orders of my doctor, because he hasn't, and they told me I was going to get one, and then I didn't. So anyway, I came home, ate my dinner because I hadn't eaten. At midnight I hadn't eaten. I was so hungry, and I'd had an early lunch yesterday as well, and I don't eat 5 meals or whatever like I'm supposed to. I don't even really snack in between. I just wait because I don't know. So I come home and I eat my dinner, which is soup, and go to bed, and I woke up with my stomach in pain, but not contracting. I'm also supposed to be laying, she told me I need to lay down today, take it easy, kind of put myself on bed rest for a day, and to take baths. Should take a bunch of baths, hot baths today and last night. So, and if things are improved, to come back, and I think things have improved. I've been lounging a good bit of today. I had to send my kids off to school, and I'm planning on cleaning up a little bit in my bedroom. I've already cleaned up around the house, you know, so I'm just gonna still take it easy. I'll probably sit and do what I need to do. But yeah, that is what happened last night. And I go back on Thursday to see the nurse practitioner, which is kind of a bummer because I'd like to see my OBGYN on Thursday, especially after yesterday. But oh well. So anyway, I will let you all go. I just wanted to explain to you about what had happened last night. And I will see you guys tomorrow. All right, bye.